you hit the nail on the head here. They've gone too passion-fruity.
Yeah.
Right, they're both, by and large, from a distance, look exactly the same.
Exactly, yeah.
So the idea is greater than the practicality. All these respectable channels that I actually respect a lot, they all go, oh, the watch market's crashed and stuff like that. And I'm like, dude, the watch market hasn't crashed. The watch market is still higher than it was prior to COVID.
Interesting.
Right? 2018, 2016, about 2016, I could have got a Nautilus for about 35,000 Australian dollars.
And how much does it go for?
It's going for at least $70,000 to $100,000 at the moment still.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So the market hasn't crashed. Yes, it's crashed compared to the silliness, but it's still inflated compared to before all this nonsense came about. The non-watch lovers that came into this hobby or this community during COVID, love them or hate them, they've spent their hard-earned money with these in their pocket now. A lot of them will be keeping them. So therefore, as long as they keep these expensive watches they pay for, they have a vested interest in the community.
Yeah.
So therefore, they will always keep a certain level of base. When there's more players, there's more demand, naturally.
Yeah,
right?
makes sense.
Right now, I wouldn't buy any hyped up watch at this stage because I know the price will continue to fall, but you can find some damn good bargains. From my standpoint, if you're in a watch for a market, I'm sorry, if you're in a watch for a market, if you're in a market for a watch, especially ones that it's going to cost you a good number of thousands, if not tens or hundreds of thousands, don't pull the trigger yet, guys. The low hasn't come in. It will come in, I think, come 2025. There's going to be a bloodbath on the streets, and that's when you're going to pick up some real good bargains if you just save that money and hold your horses. Whilst if you want to scratch the itch between now and then, go and indulge on some Seikos. Go indulge on some Chinese brands, you know, a couple of $100, maybe maximum 1,000 just to scratch the itch. Clue, you know, I've got one of those on my hand now, and I'll be doing a deep dive on this brand. If you have a sharp eye, viewer, tell me what I'm wearing.
Oh, foreshadowing. I like that.
Well, I might as well actually jump to it. So I'm going to do a deep dive on Flieger style watches, guys, and I'll have a good proper display to add texture to that episode. So wait for that one. It's going to be super, super interesting.
I'm very excited. It's unique. It's very unique.
Yeah. If you haven't noticed, I broke my hand. That's why I'm wearing the watch on my right hand. It was in a bigger cast a few days ago, and I was like, oh, I gotta wear a watch. And I was like, oh, I don't have a strap that's big enough. Then I thought, hang on, there is a watch which comes with a strap big enough to go around the massive cast that I had on.
Interesting.
Can you, the viewer, guess what that watch was that came with this strap that would have been long enough that would have gone around my cast perfectly?
I got no idea.
Well, I'm not going to say it. I'm going to wait for the comments, and then we'll answer this question on next week's episode.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Next one I really want to talk about is the Studio Underdog Moza collaboration.
Studio Underdog, I remember you introduced me to them, very unique.
Well, this guy's a designer. They came up with these really, really fun dials, like Taking a Holiday, and also the one that really took off was the watermelon dial, which is essentially looks like this Passionfruit collaboration with Moser, but except, you know, similar color tones, but in watermelon, green, and red.
Yeah, it's very vibrant. I love that one. I think I saw that one in person.
There was a lot of hype about it at the time. A lot of channels were talking it up, and I really wanted one too because the hype, the blood rushes to the head, and I got over it pretty quickly. And then all the other second releases came out, and I never pulled the trigger.
Right.
And I guess that's probably a bit of a telltale sign with these colorful watches. And,
what do you wear it with?
And colorful dials. It's like they are a fun thing to wear. The occasions of use are severely limited. It's like if you wear this very extravagant blazer or very peacocky blazer, or however great it looks, you can only wear that once.
Yeah.
Because you wear that second time, people go, oh, he's wearing the same jacket.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas if you were a navy blazer, black blazer, you can wear that every single day of the week and nobody's going to say anything about it.
Exactly. It could be a different one.
That's the point. And I think when I saw this one, I love the purple, I love the yellow. The color tones work. The Passionfruit correlation is fantastic. It's
really
fun watch.
vibrant. The texture's interesting as well.
Texture's interesting. This would have been finished to the standards of what Moser would have accepted. But that's $65,000 US for the set. Okay, one is a tourbillon, the other one has got a Solita movement in it. When they sell as a set, you get two watches. This is based on the Moser perpetual calendar watch, which it sells for about 4,000 CHF Swiss francs less than this set. But I guess you're paying the extra 4,000 Swiss francs for the second watch, which comes as a set. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money for something so specific.
Right, yeah, I find the set really interesting because, like, I don't know, like, would you wear, like, both? I'm not sure.
You hit the nail on the head here. They've gone too passion-fruity.
Yeah.
Right, they're both, by and large, from a distance, look exactly the same.
Exactly, yeah.
So the idea is greater than the practicality. But then again, $65,000 US for a set of watch, it was always going to be idea better than the practicality. You know, we're talking the price of a freaking car here.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? Like,
maybe if they inverted it, had the sort of purple in the middle, then yeah.
It's just, they could have had a bit more fun with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? They sort of got halfway and they just go, yeah, just make the same, put two watches on it and be done with it.
Yeah.
So if I got the money, would I buy it? I probably would, because I do enjoy it. I do like Moser's. Moser's a great watch.
You need a big collection for.
You need a big collection, but this is a show and tell. This is like, you know, like
been there, done that.
Been there, done that. Look, I just got this one, you know.
Which one do you prefer out of them two? Like, they're similar, but.
Well, to be very frank with you, I would actually prefer the perpetual calendar.
Yeah, I think that one's really cool.
Because it tells you date, month, and day. Minimalistic.
Yeah,
right?
Really minimal.
Very minimalistic. So it's a perpetual calendar.
What's the hand on the left? That little.
It could be a power reserve. I know the green center little mini hand. That's for the month.
I just noticed that little hand. I didn't notice it.
The movement is a beautiful movement, by the way, and it's also got the Côte de Genève, which is the Geneva seal. It's basically the highest accolade you can get for a movement.
Wow.
So, by all accounts, this is a high horology watch.
Can you buy it separately, or is it?
No, you can't. So it comes as a set. Now, had they broken that down and sold that with the Solita movement for about maybe say $9,000-$10,000, they're going to get a lot more buyers for that. That's going to go out like hotcakes for Moser.
Yeah.
Hotcakes.
Definitely.
Literally, it's going to go out like hotcakes. But they can't do that now. Why? Because they've just shown it through the pairing that this is only a 4,000 Swiss franc premium onto the perpetual calendar, which means that 4,000 Swiss francs is about less than 10,000 Australian dollars.
No.
But had they sold it separately and marketed this for $15,000, they would have got a lot of buyers for it.
It would be very popular.
That would have gone out like hotcakes.
Yeah, if I had the money,
you know,
tempted.
So this is a big risk for Moser. You can go either one of two ways, right? Studio Underdog's got nothing to lose because they're a micro brand. Yeah. You know, they're like, gee, Moser wants to go. Sure, take us on.
It's more publicity.
Right, it's more publicity for us. But for Moser, this can go both ways. I'm sure they want to bring a bit of fun into the brand and all that. But it almost has a feel of cheapening the watch a bit. Don't hate me for it, guys. It's my opinion. I never asked you to agree with it. I'm just saying it. All right.
Interesting.
And the execution, I must say, it's quite nice. But it's a very specific watch. We did a color dial episode. Anything with color dials is specific. You got to really love it for you to know exactly the occasion you want to wear it. Believe me, you will not be wearing that watch every single day. It's just not going to happen.
Doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
With everything you're wearing.
Impossible, right?